Tonight, Doncaster Rovers will be looking to join them in the final. Sean O'Driscoll's men have turned on the style all season. The Keepmoat fans will be hoping for more of the same this evening. But Southend stand in their way, and Steve Tilson's side will fancy their chances after a tight first leg. For both, Wembley is still in their sights. No team has ever gone from conference to championship in 5 years, but that is the target for Doncaster, and now they're just 2 games away. Southend were champions of this division in 2006, relegated in 2007. This time, promotion must be achieved the hard way, but their fans believe. It is the League One playoff semi-final, second leg. Doncaster Rovers against Southend United, live from a very noisy Keepmoat Stadium on Sky Sports 1, and also available in high definition HD1. That's channel 408. Nothing between these sides 7 days ago, but we must have a winner tonight, be it in extra time, penalties, or indeed a very late goal, as Peter Beagrie witnessed last night, the game between Carlisle United and Leeds United at Brunton Park. And Peter, I just wonder, has Leeds getting through to the final up the ante, particularly for Doncaster?
It has, certainly, with the fans. You know, that's the buzz round. Leeds are already there. They won an all-Yorkshire final, but you know, arguably in Southend, they've got one of the most prolific forward lines and midfield to cope with in this division. We didn't see it in the first leg. They can play, but have played better, and certainly can play better. Same could be said with Doncaster, though. Did
you see any clues in that first leg 7 days ago that give you an idea of how it might go here tonight?
Well, there's some important changes. I mean, Richie Wellens has come back for Doncaster, who's a pivotal player for them. He gets on the ball, demands it in any area of the pitch, and he gets them playing. We didn't see a lot of Coppinger, who's another one at the top end of the pitch, can create absolute havoc when he's on the ball with his close dribbling skills. But we also didn't see McCormack and Bailey, the 2 centre midfielders who've got 20 goals between them for Southend, and the only performer on that night for them, I think, was Gower. Real threat.
These playoffs are littered with stories of clubs who've come an awful long way in a short space of time. Could you argue that Doncaster have come further than any of them?
Absolutely, and Dave Penny, you know, when he got him promotion from the conference, did an outstanding job, and he left with lots of pats on the back, and Sean O'Driscoll has taken up the gauntlet, and he's given him silverware already in the Johnson Paints Trophy. So very forward-thinking manager is Sean O'Driscoll.
Well, his chairman, John Ryan, calls him the Arsene Wenger of the lower league, but from his experience of this playoff competition, was that goalless draw at Roots Hall give the advantage to Doncaster?
I'm pleased with the performance. I thought it's a difficult place to go. They're 1 defeat in 15, so they're one of the form teams in the league. Good team. So we were pleased, we were organised and we're disciplined, and you know, we can play better, we think we can. I'm sure they'll be relishing the fact of coming to Doncaster and again and getting a result here as well. I think there's anticipation. I think that's what you know, most players want to play in big games, and ours are no different to Southend's players. So you know, the circumstances make the thing a little bit different and what's on it, but I'm sure that everybody's at this moment in time keen to go out and play, keen to get into the team, and keen to perform. As the night progresses, maybe that might change with however it goes. You know, the first goal will be crucial when you get it. How do you react to that one? And if you go behind again, how do you react? You know, we've make sure we've got to do whatever happens in a positive manner.
This season, people are calling you the Arsenal of the league you're in. Are you going to still try and stay true to those principles, even though the stakes are so high?
Well, it's too late to change now. No, you play the right ball. If the right ball's a 40-yard crossfield diagonal, then you play it, and if it's a short one, then you know, I think that's what we've tried to drill into the players. Whether you want to play football long or play football short, or get your crosses in or play through the middle, then you know, we're trying to develop understanding and responsibility in the players. So, and they've, you know, to a man, they've responded really well.
Well, Richie Wellens missed the first leg with groin injury. You talked about him already, Peter, but how important is he to the way they try and play?
Yeah, very important. The play from the back, Dave, you know, they've all got real confidence in each other to give the ball to people who are even tightly marked. That draws people out of defensive situations, and they can exploit that. The only thing that I can criticise them on, really, is the fact that all too often there's not enough threat through the middle, and that's because they have this incredible fluidity, and we've seen that the chairman calls him the Arsene Wenger. I can understand that, because they do pass.
Well, Southend certainly do have a threat through the middle. It comes mainly in the form of Lee Barnard, who had a cortisone injection just 2 days ago in an ankle problem. He plays tonight, having come through a fitness test. Is it a gamble? Is it worth a gamble?
Definitely worth a gamble. We've seen Beckford do the same thing for his team. Be brave, be strong, go through the pain barrier, because, you know, the rewards are there at the end of the day, and he won't feel that ankle whatsoever if he sticks one in the net. And he's been a revelation since he came from Spurs, a very, very astute signing. He can play with his back to goal, and he's also got a very, very good touch.
Well, the Southend manager, Steve Tilson, is another with playoff experience. Let's hear from him now. He's with Fraser Dainton.
Steve, it was a fiercely fought encounter a week ago. Are you expecting more of the same tonight?
Yeah, I think it's going to be another tight game. I think the game last Friday was full of energy, full of commitment and desire, and I don't see any different tonight.
Doncaster have got a proud home record. They haven't lost here since April the 1st, but your away record's been pretty good too, just 1 defeat in 9.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, 1 in 9 and 1 defeat in our last 16 games. So obviously 2 sides in form, and you know, it's a massive prize at the end of it. So like I say, I don't think there'll be any difference from last week. For you personally, you've been through this before in a playoff campaign and been successful. How important will that be for you tonight? How much will it help the experience of your players? I'm still nervous, put it that way. But no, I think there's 3 or 4 players that, you know, were involved in the playoffs, and that'd be a help. You know, they guide the others through. They know how important the game is tonight. So, yeah, like I say, I'm just looking forward to a good, entertaining game tonight.
And have you practised your penalties?
We have indeed. No, I mean, you've got to practice everything. It could go to penalties, so you know we've had to do our bit and get practising on the training ground.
Thanks, Steve.
Cheers, thank you.
A couple of thousand have made the trip up from Essex tonight to see their team. They've been rewarded generally on their travels this season, Peter. They've seen their side win 10 times and scored a lot of goals along the way. Yeah,
I think there's only the champions who've scored more goals. I think they've had 35 goals away from home. It's a great return, and they've had fantastic last 3-4 seasons. They've always been in the mix, either relegation. They had the promotion through the playoffs, and then they got automatic promotion, went one better. Yes, they got relegated, but they realised that Steve Tilson is the man. They're playing some very good, fast attacking football, and they've been rewarded for travelling all over the length and breadth of the country.
And as you'd expect, they've turned out from Doncaster in their numbers here as well tonight, expecting a crowd in excess of 12,000 at this relatively new Keepmoat Stadium. Again, as Southend are good away from home, Doncaster strong at home.
Yeah, that's correct. And you know, you can't be overwhelmed by Doncaster, particularly in the early stages, because they do dominate possession. So they've got to stick in and be strong and resolute of Southend in the knowledge that their time will come.
We've seen the trend in this season's playoffs is for the away side to dominate. What do you think that is down to, Peter?
I think it's the pressure, and particularly at Doncaster, there's a big turnout. We saw it at Leeds, we saw it at Carlisle, and it's an extra pressure on the players, and they've got to handle that, and it's usually the team with the most experience that does perform the better. Interesting,
we've heard from both managers as well. They have been practising their penalties. How key could that prove to be?
You've got to prepare for every eventuality, and it's so tight. Goals change games, we've seen that. You know, misses change games as well. Someone's in the ascendancy. That the amount of twists and turns in a half of a football match, never mind in a 2-legged tie, is incredible.
Should say as well that Doncaster involved in the longest ever football match on these shores. 1946 will be news to you as well. They played in a knockout game against Stockport. They couldn't be separated after extra time. They went to the golden goal. After 83 fruitless minutes, they decided to give up. We hope we get a resolution before then tonight, Peter.
Well, otherwise, I'm clean-shaven now, Dave, and I'll have a beard like Father Christmas, methinks.
Well, apparently on that occasion, people actually went home for their dinner and came back to see the end of the game. Tremendous atmosphere here at the Keepmoat Stadium. 50 years ago, they last played in the 2nd tier of English football. They feel it is their turn to be back there now. But remember, Leeds waiting in the final for both these sides. The commentators tonight, Gary Birtles and Alan Parry.
Thanks, Dave. Neither of these clubs has ever played in a major Wembley final, so whatever happens tonight, a little bit of history will be made. If Doncaster get there, they'll be facing a local derby against Leeds United, a real extra incentive, not that they really need one. Key midfielder Richie Wellens returns after missing the first leg through injury, and the other change sees James Hayter coming in for striker Paul Heffernan, who's suspended after being sent off just minutes from the final whistle at Roots Hall. Southend are happy to take the role of underdogs tonight, but they do have an excellent away record this season. 10 wins on the road, and only the champion Swansea scored more goals on their travels. The good news for Southend is that Lee Barnard is fit to play. The former Tottenham striker had been doubtful with an ankle problem. So the only change from the first leg is in midfield, where teenager Frank Musa replaces Tommy Black. Two strikers on the bench for Doncaster, Mark McCammon and Gareth Taylor. And Southend also go with two frontmen in reserve, Charlie McDonald and Alex Russell. Well, this is Doncaster's first full season in their new stadium, and it's never seen an atmosphere quite like this. Adding to the attendance tonight, Gary McAllister, who knows already that his and Leeds United's place at Wembley in the final for this division is secure. The attendance here is close to the capacity of 15,000, and it includes, as you've seen, a couple of thousand from Southend, who laid on free coach travel for their supporters. Southend lost 3-1 on their only previous visit to the Keepmoat Stadium. That was for the league game back in December. But Gary, with the tie so finely balanced tonight, it really could go either way, this.
Well, we saw that from the first leg. Both teams get the ball down and play. I agree with Steve Tilson. There was a lot of energy, a lot of enthusiasm. But what it did lack was quality in the final third. Delivery wasn't particularly good from set pieces. I'm sure both teams will be looking to provide better quality in this game tonight.
Now, normally you'd favour the home team, but we saw once again at Carlisle last night, and in so many other games, that doesn't seem to matter in the playoffs.
It doesn't. It's a totally different kettle of fish, the playoffs. Forget about the league. It's just about who's got the bottle to go out there and be brave, to have possession of the ball, and to make mistakes, if you like. We're all going to make mistakes out there, and it's just a team with a better belief, a little bit of experience. It's just got every ingredient in this game, because of the way both teams play and both teams are set up.
So far in this season's playoff semi-finals, there have been more away victories than home wins. My first visit to the Keepmoat Stadium, a beautifully appointed arena, I must say. Very handily located as well on the edge of town. And it's really rocking tonight, because Wembley is the massive prize on offer, and they both need a map to find it. These clubs have been around for over 100 years without treading the most famous turf in football, but for one of them, the dream will come true in a couple of hours' time. Goalless in the first leg, everything to play for as Doncaster take on Southend.
Who will join Leeds United in the League One playoff final? It is Doncaster Southend, live on Sky Sports 1 and HD1 with your commentators Gary Birtles and Alan Parry.
Well, I wonder, could Richie Wellens be Doncaster's ace card? Their player of the year missed the first leg with a groin injury that will soon require an operation, but he's fit to play in this, and he hopes one more game this season. Southend's James Walker is hoping to sign off in style tonight. Officially, it's his last game on loan from Charlton, and even if Southend make it to the final, he won't be able to play. Premier League referee Mark Halsey has already appeared at Wembley this season. He was in charge of the Carling Cup final between Chelsea and Spurs. And Doncaster were promoted from the conference. Their first home game back in the Football League was against Southend. Now, just 5 years later, they meet again with the prospect of winning a place in the Championship. It's been a truly remarkable success story, but can they add another chapter tonight? Green on the ball for them straight away. Taking the game immediately to Southend. Price just missing the rebound as it came off the defender. 0-0 at Roots Hall a week ago, remember, and Southend have never won a home and away tie after drawing the first leg at home.
Well, we just saw how good they are on the ball, Doncaster. Keep possession well, loath to throw it in the box willy-nilly.
Roberts, the former Tranmere Rovers defender, looking for Price. Referee kept a careful eye on that challenge as well between him and Francis, the excellent Southend right back who's had a really good season. Interception by Clark, playing his 100th game for Southend tonight. Southend playing in their change strip of light blue, sky blue. Musa battling for possession, highly rated 18-year-old. The only change in their lineup from the first leg. He's come in instead of Tommy Black, a former Arsenal winger. Very well placed to decide that that's Doncaster Rovers throw. Team who came so close to going up automatically, of course. They could have been promoted on the final day of the season, but they lost at Cheltenham. Seem to have got that heartache out of their system when they played at Roots Hall. Slip there, letting him green, and also offside Price as the ball was slipped through.
Well, he's hurt. Flag went straight up. Good positioning from the assistant. Taking liberties on the edge of the box, trying to pass the way and play the way out of it. And there's the ball just played through, just offside. Really good decision. And he just catches one late there, just as he goes to hit the ball. There it is, right on the side of his ankle. Lovely ball dinked through. Linesman got it spot on, and that is a bad tackle.
Early injury for the Welshman who won promotion to the Championship with Hull City 3 years ago. Clark with the crunching tackle.
Well, they usually do that on the halfway line, not in the penalty box. The first chance they get to have a challenge on a centre forward.
Barnard making a back for the defender. Mr. Halsey right on the button again. He was actually the referee in Doncaster's first ever game in this stadium when they played Huddersfield on New Year's Day last year, and he sent off 3 players that day. Sullivan's kick, looking again for Price. Barnard in the challenge again. Strong at the back though. Doncaster Rovers with Mills and Hurd, a very good and very young combination. Green getting it back from Wellens. Now Roberts comes into play. There goes long. It's not a bad ball either. Coppinger trying to tempt the defender into the challenge. Lays it back to O'Connor instead. A little bit of hesitation cost Doncaster dearly there, with the good position for Wellens initially. Useful ball as well for Hayter. Stock.
Finally it breaks down, but they play lovely, neat football, don't they? Doncaster keep possession well, a lot of movement, a lot of support for the man on the ball. Moment, Southend just cannot get the ball and in passage and play themselves. Settling down now, though, with Francis, the former Sheffield United fullback, in possession. Barnard. Interesting to see how well that injured ankle stands up to the rigours of a playoff semi-final. Got a clout there, not on the ankle, though. Well, I'm sure Doncaster are aware he's had a problem. I'm sure centre-halves, if they've got anything about them, will be testing that out.
Well, I think it was Bill Shankly, the old Liverpool manager of the 60s, who used to say to Tommy Smith, "So-and-so's got a bad ankle, Tommy. It'd be a shame if he got another knock on it, wouldn't it?"
Well, they ended up 2 bad ankles.
The message always got through. Charlie Mulgrew, the Scottish under-21 international, with this early free kick for Southend. Barrett, the big centre-back, has gone forward and took a tumble there as the ball came towards him. Again, Mr. Halsey well placed to decide there was no problem. Here's Bailey, Southend's player of the year in his first season since joining them from Barnet. Header just beyond the reach of Barnard.
Well, they are strong in the air. Ball's angled in here. There's a little shove there, but just a coming together. Not a penalty. Mr. Halsey, as you rightly say, well placed. I'm sure we'll see another relaxed performance from a referee as we saw in the first leg. Paul Taylor refereed it superbly well. Players respond to that when you can see a referee in charge and positive.
Oh, there caused a little flutter, I'm sure, as Mulgrew didn't quite realise where his goalkeeper for Harben was. Away by Roberts. Lenses fell. Barnard. He doesn't seem too happy with the fall. He makes his point rather forcibly. Mills is on loan from Manchester City, remember. O'Connor. Both teams have really strong central defenders. O'Connor with the early throw. Looking to get it back, perhaps. They might do even better. They have done even better. It's a corner.
He's a bundle of energy, isn't he? Non-stop. Terrific work rate.
Pressure on the home side. Mills making his way forward. Giant of a central defender. It's Price who got to it in the end. Southend quite comfortable though. Barnard waiting for the ball over the top, but they kept it in midfield instead. And now a chance for Francis to make ground. Barnard is target, and beyond him, oh! Walker has missed from close range.
Well, how has he missed that? You just thought the net was going to be bulging there.
What a chance.
He knows it, look at him, shaking the head. Should have been 1-0.
The warning signs are there for Doncaster Rovers. Southend counter-attack very swiftly and dangerously. Strong challenge again coming in from Barrett. But Mr. Halsey sensibly lets play go on. He will expect this to be a physical encounter, but you can't use your hands in that situation, as Barnard did.
Well, they do counter-attack. They can pass the ball as Doncaster can. And the first leg we saw Francis play a big part with his delivery, the quality of his ball in, and we saw it again there for Walker.
O'Connor drives it forward. Calmly defended by Francis. Now Musa trying to get involved. Didn't see much of the ball early on, the teenager. Just 18, Frank Musa. Roberts back to Hurd. O'Connor. Green hugging the right touchline. Wellens always available. Mills. Real old-fashioned defender Barrett, who won successive promotions with Southend. Well, they look for Price at every opportunity, and he takes a tumble, and the referee points to the spot.
Well, no hesitation, was there, from Mr. Halsey? Got a really good view. Price had got beyond the back four. They're bound to be livid. They're bound to say it wasn't. So ball flicked on, and there you just see Price get the wrong side, and the arms around him. And Mr. Halsey's in a really good position. There, he grabs him. For me, penalty. Cannot do that anywhere on the pitch, let alone in there. There's his position, the referee can see it. No hesitation, his arms around him.
Peter Clark, on his 100th appearance for Southend, has conceded a crucial penalty, and Brian Stock, the manager's first signing 16 months ago, has been gifted the opportunity to give them a vital lead here. 10 minutes gone, which he takes. Doncaster can dare to dream now.
Well, corners personified. Big pressure, front of his own crowd. You have to have the bottle to do this. Right down the middle, look, just strokes it. Waits for the keeper to go down. Doesn't do anything else, just hits the target with it. Right in the middle of the goal. Confidence. That's what it needed to be, and that's what it means to them. They think they're on the way, but as we've seen, a lot of twists and turns in these playoffs.
The captain takes stock, and suddenly Doncaster Rovers can see the famous Wembley Arch in the distance.
Well, how important was that miss for Southend just before that, Walker?
Southend, having hit the bar through Walker just moments earlier, as you rightly say, now find themselves a goal down instead of a goal to the good.
And the thing with the challenge for the penalty, Price had got beyond. He was bearing down on goal and the arms were all over him. Mr. Halsey got it right for me.
Barrett clears. They'll be nervous now in that Southend back four for all their experience. Green's layout, O'Connor. He threw a full stretch. Now the confidence oozing from this Doncaster side. If you encourage them to relax, they can play some excellent football. Musa holding it up. Gets it back from Francis. Southend have made the start, they would have dreaded. And that one too far for Barnard.
Well, the thing with Southend, they know what a good away record they've got, so they'll be confident they can get back in this game.
Well, Steve Tilson's side have won 4 of their last 5 away games in the regular season. Just 1 defeat in their last 7 on the road. But they're having real trouble coping with Price. Francis. Not too many looking for the ball. He finds Barnard though. McDonald, and McCormack rather, helping it on. Gower has seen very little of the ball in these opening stages. Grew. Skipper Barrett winning it back. Barnard took a heavy thump there, but no free kick given. That's not a bad ball for Musa.
Roberts defended really well there. Well, how must he be feeling now? What a chance he squanders. It's good defending there from the fullback.
Less than 2 minutes between Walker hitting the bar and Doncaster taking the lead. But Southend have got an opportunity here to hit back. Clark, who needs to make amends.
Well, he must be feeling really down. Lovely build-up, good counter. Look at this for a delightful ball in by Francis. Just teases it across, and you think, well, the net's going to be bulging. And he just doesn't. I think he freezes a little bit on it, realises what a big moment it is for him, leaning back a little bit, and easier to score than miss. And I think he thinks the same.
Well, I hate to point this out, but Southend took part in Soccer AM's crossbar challenge during the week, and Walker was one of only 2 players who hit it. You must have forgotten the idea in the match is you get underneath it.
Yeah, it's on the halfway line near enough though, isn't it? That was from 6 yards out. He would bury that, I would think. 10 out of 10 normally. But pressure of the game, pressure of the moment.
Roberts. Coppington keeps losing his marker, picking up positions behind the front too, and finding it difficult to cope with that at the moment, Southend. But now they win a free kick, surely. No. Controversially, the referee waves play on as McCormack hit the deck.
Well, McCormack didn't remonstrate. I think Mr. Halsey got it right again.
There's Bailey to Musa. Back to Barrett. Gower. Here's Mulgrew. Gower under pressure from Green. Ball runs loose to Bailey. Walker. going to calmly find Stock, the captain and goal scorer, of course.
Well, there we see home team in command possession-wise, as you'd probably expect.
And the attack again here. That's a good ball. Price well placed near post. Oh, it was very early, a telling ball. Clark did much better this time.
Well, again, it's the momentum superb, the build-up's spot on, and in the end it was excellent defending. As it looked as if the ball was coming through the Price, and like 2-0 on the cards.
Mills and Hurd both forward. Hayter waiting for the knockdowns. They've got to do better than that, though, with the set pieces. Easy clearance for Southend. Well, they haven't got it completely clear yet. Backing away dangerously as Price is onside. Good save. Brilliant save, in fact.
Wonderful save from Flahaven. Kept his team well in this game. Again, the build-up is so good. There's so much movement, so much support for the man on the ball.
The speed of thought and action from Southend's goalkeeper there surely saved a certain goal. Doncaster very much in the driving seat.
They certainly are. And that man is causing big problems for the back four, getting some really good areas.
He looks off the field, a fairly languid, laid-back sort of character. On the field, he's a handful.
He certainly is. Part of playing the penalty, and again, they just keep possession. Look, there's the support straight away. There's the ball, stayed onside. Look at the goalkeeper, makes himself big. Keeps his side well in. The movement again from Price, spot on. And it is a really quality save.
A man who's played now over 350 games for Southend United in a period of 8 years with the club. It's his name being chanted by the couple of thousand Southend fans behind that goal. Walker. Musa went in hard on Roberts, and you've got to against Roberts, believe me. Walker wins the throw, though.
Nobody will be right in Southend off that, is a certainty, because we've seen they do counter well. They have pace up front.
They let McCormack get loose there, Doncaster, and there was a challenge after the ball had been played away on Roberts. He's claiming his innocence, but I think the referee was probably right there.
Never seen a player not say he's not committed a foul.
He'll be quite a fiery character as well, Alan McCormack. Price is there again. Wellens. Roberts. Musa gives chase.
Very rarely see a Doncaster player isolated. There's always a man supporting.
Wellens back again to Roberts. Good use of the ball. Stock. Now O'Connor joins in. Mark of a good side. Always plenty of options for the man on the ball. And the goalkeeper's struggling. Price knocks it in. 20 minutes gone. Could that be the goal that sends Doncaster Rovers to Wembley?
Well, you've got to say they deserved this. They started so well, so positive. And he has been a handful. Again, they keep possession so well. This time they put a ball in. Look at this for intelligence. Great header back across. Price gets in there in between two defenders. Does he get the final touch? Oh, difficult. He's claiming it. It looked to be. Defender. There it comes up the defender. It looks like an own goal, but he's claiming it.
Doncaster Rovers 2, Southend United 0. Only 20 minutes into the first half. Can Southend come back from this? And indeed it was their own skipper Barrett, who got the final touch on that ball. But Price's presence firstly unsettled Clark, who gave away the penalty, then unsettled Barrett, who gave away the own goal.
It was the header back across the goal that caused all the damage. An intelligent use, could have gone directly for goal, didn't, put it right back in the danger area.
Haley's given it away now. Southend wobbling here. They've got to regain their composure if they can.
They just can't get the ball off them at the moment, Southend. Well, there's the man who would want to claim it, but he's certainly played a big part in this match so far. The ball comes across, a lovely header back across by Green. And there you see Price getting in between, comes off Barrett's head. Dear me, it looks like an own goal to me.
Very difficult one to call, but certainly it's 2-0, and that's all that matters. Barrett. Price is there again. He is up for this big style tonight. Now Francis. Musa did well to find Bailey. Barnard, Bailey again. Walker's ahead of those two. I always think one of the strangest sayings in football is that 2-0 is a dangerous lead. I think I'd take it every time.
I always agree with that. 2-0 lead, dear me.
Goalless, remember, at Roots Hall. So it's not just 2-0 tonight, it's 2-0 on aggregate. Kept in play by Clark. Looking for Barnard, but unable to find it. Well, it's been a long journey up from Essex for them, and it's just got a whole lot longer in the opening 20 minutes here.
Well, they have got a good away record. They're going to have to show it now. And again, you go back to that pivotal moment when Walker could have put them 1-0 up, and I wonder what's going through his mind now. He's got to put it behind him, and they've got to fashion a way back in here.
Doncaster have ignored that history of home teams struggling in the playoffs. Here's O'Connor for them. Good challenge by Gower.
Well, it's 24 minutes gone, and he's only been involved, I think, from the first leg. Doncaster realised what a threat he was and closed his options down whenever he's got near it, which hasn't been often yet.
Have never played at Wembley in their 129-year history. Is that about to change? The final is on Sunday, May the 25th. Leeds United are already there, and the club from 30-odd miles away have given themselves a great chance of joining them to make it a Yorkshire local derby for a place in the Championships.
That's the only problem I see for Doncaster, what they've just done in the last 30 seconds or so. Start flicking it about, start showboating a little bit. Could let Southend back into the game. Just do what they've done to get 2-0 up. Keep the ball, support the man on the ball. Don't try and be clever.
There's Clark. On to Barrett. Gower, isolated figure out on that left touchline. Cormac. Clark using the full width to find Francis, and it came off Wellens for a corner.
Just don't take any chances when they're under pressure. They just clear the lines, Doncaster. But these moments are where Southend can be dangerous. They are strong from set pieces. They can deliver the quality. Let the centre halves attack it. Could be a big way back for them.
Clark's about to make his run from the edge of the area. Barrett almost alongside him. That leaves Francis free on the far post. It was Clark who won the header. And he says it came off the Doncaster defender.
Well, they got the referee yet again. Terrific quality put in, whipped him with pace, inviting the attack. And it does indeed come right off the top of his head, and it's a clear corner.
I think Price realised it as well. A slightly guilty look on his face.
And they're still having a go at the referee. Look of innocence there on his face. There we go. Never touched it.
Doesn't matter now. Did he touch the one that went in for the second goal? A more intriguing question. He certainly touched that one on anyway. Barnard. Walker getting in again. And the challenge by Roberts. The linesman, Tingy, perfectly placed to see that one anyway, and it's certainly Southend's throw.
Certainly haven't given up, Southend, and nor should they, because they have got the ability, without a doubt, to get back in the game.
Clark. Pile driver!
That's not a bad strike, is it? Sullivan right behind it. Comes out, they don't close him down. Good strike, good technique. That's the first save he's had to make.
Rather less impressive kick then by Neil Sullivan. Who, of course, played for Leeds United in the playoff final a couple of years ago. He was on the losing side against Watford. Now he has the chance to face his old club in this season's final. There's Coppinger. Wellens. Green. Stock. This is Roberts. To Hayter, who hasn't seen much of the ball early on. That's a good return though to Stock. Corner.
Well, again, every time to build up momentum, there's always an option for the man on the ball, and this time it was Stock bursting through from midfield.
Mills and Hurd forward again, side by side in the 6-yard box. Well, ambitious to say the very least. But Mills would have done very well to get that on target.
Well, you look at Price's position here when it comes through. I think he's going to just latch onto it. Nobody near him. That would have been the better option. Acrobatic, fancied it, but Price giving him a big shout. Well, attempts tell you, very equal. And there's the difference. Two for Doncaster, two very important ones.
Bailey wins the throw for Southend. Clark. Here's Barrett. Grew out on the left. McCormack stabs it in behind him though. Looking for Gower, and it's a splendid pass as well. And he tried to turn it across the box to Walker. Corner.
Well, that's the first time he's really been involved in this match, and really gets his team something out of it. I'd be impressed with the way they reacted to going 2-0 down Southend.
Just coming up to the half-hour mark. Can they get a goal back before the break? Clark goes flying in. Sullivan had to fingertip that away. Who's in a hurry with the throw? McCormack. There's Bailey. Doncaster sitting very deep at the moment. O'Connor's header. Price can't get it away, and indeed was fouled.
Well, that takes the pressure right off, doesn't it? Let him head it, keeps the pressure on. Big Tilson, not a happy man. Understandably so.
Scored 35 goals on the road this season, Southend. Only the champions Swansea in the regular season bettered that total, so all is far from lost for them. Francis. Oh, Walker inches away from flicking it on to Barnard. Just 20, the centre-back. Francis back to Clark. Grew on the left in acres of space. Gower. There's Walker. Now Bailey. Price back defending just outside his own box. He's leaving them a bit short up front.
The centre forward going back, defending like that. Determined not to let this 2-goal lead slip.
And O'Connor takes the less risky route, more cautious route. Back to Mills. What a good ball that was. Coppinger. Wellens. Great pass. Very good challenge coming in as well from Musa. Barnard sees it taken away from him by Stock. Walker on his own up front for Southend.
Doncaster have done well is deny the front two, Walker and Barnard, service to the feet.
Price there again with a clever little flick for Coppinger. Wellens. And again. Coppinger. 8 turns away. Good tackle. Still in there though. And well, I must say I thought the foul might have gone the other way.
A bit of a cheer there from the Southend fans. They've been hard done by so far.
By Hearn. Francis in trouble against Hayter. He spreads the play brilliantly, picking out Green. O'Connor. Price is there again. Every time danger is threatened, it's usually involved him.
Just goes in, doesn't he? Look at his movement now. He's just stood still. All of a sudden, he explodes to the near post. Doesn't get a touch, but this is a little bit of concern again at the back for Southend.
Musa. Walker. And on it goes for Bailey to chase. Can't touch him in there in the penalty box.
It was intelligent play by Green, wasn't it? He realised that if he did go in a little bit too fiercely, he could give a pen away.
Francis looking for Barnard. McCormack. Well, he's lost it to Price. If he looks up, he won't see any more red and white hoop shirts with him.
Well, for the first time, probably no support for the man on the ball. But he got it, he turned, he went into the opponent's half, and he got his team a corner. Can't ask more than that.
There's no doubt who the star of this half has been. JJ, as they call him here. And he goes again, forcing problems for the central defenders. O'Connor, for a moment, didn't see Barnard closing down Sullivan. Got a good angle on the back pass, though. Roberts. Coppinger stayed strong. And in comes Stock. Away by Francis. Captain's there again for Doncaster. Price loses out for once to the youngster Musa. He just got his ankles tapped.
Similar to the first leg, isn't it? A lot of energy, a lot of commitment, determination from both teams. Played at a frenetic pace again.
Barrett wants the ball. Barnard wants the ball. It's good to see. No one hiding, even though they're 2-0 down. Well, Drew will take the kick. Doncaster continued to defend very well, though. There's Mulgrew again. They seem to lose the impetus then with so many players in the middle by going out wide. Talking about out wide, Coppinger has completely lost his marker. Fortunately for Southend, they've won it back. Losing yards of space and unmarked.
This is the problem for Southend when they are committing bodies forward. They do get caught on the break. Southend have got players with pace to undo them.
Good spell this though for Southend. Can they turn it into a goal? Here's Bailey. Wow, that was a good effort.
Cute angle, and again he thinks he's been hard done by. Should have been a corner, I'll say it. Decent ball over. What a bad first touch again. Green does well, doesn't dive in. But it does take a little bit of a deflection. Stands his ground here, just turned. Can't see from that angle. Sullivan didn't touch it.
He's actually their leading scorer, Nicky Bailey, with 11 goals. Gets it clear. Wellens. Barnard tried to leave it there to Musa. To Walker rather, it didn't work. But now Bailey again. Oh, I don't know what he was thinking then.
Well, a gap opened up in front of him. Thought he could have gone himself. And we just see Doncaster overplay it a little bit in a bad area and give it back to Southend.
Here's the man of the half again, Price. O'Connor wins it back. That's lovely skill, lovely skill. And Coppinger keeps going. What a goal! If that really does seal their place at Wembley, it was worthy of it.
Fantastic. Breathtaking skill there from Coppinger. So much confidence in his own ability. There's a lot of tackles flying in, but look at this. Quick footwork. He's just so confident and he knows what he wants to do. Strikes it across the keeper. Can't do anything, but it's that there. Acceleration here. Then he checks. Then he hits it across the keeper, who's going the other way. Commitment, he knows exactly what he's doing. They can't touch him there. Gets a bit of luck, goes through the legs, but that is quality, pure quality. And he knows now he is within touching distance of Wembley Stadium.
Well, a scoreline of 3-0, even before half-time. Very unusual for these playoffs, which are nearly always so tight and tense. Now Doncaster Rovers can afford to relax. Not entirely, but I tell you what a position they're in.
Oh, unbelievable position. And that was just epitomises the way Doncaster play, that goal. They're all confident on the ball. The movement's good, the acceleration was good. He knew exactly what he wanted to do, and it's just a pleasure to watch. It really is.
Well, Sean O'Driscoll has fashioned a very good football side here. But let's not forget Southend. Steve Tilson's done the same with them. And even though they're in an awful position now, don't discount Southend United yet. Well, certainly the chairman, John Ryan, believes he can start ordering a new Wembley suit, even though we haven't even reached the interval.
Yeah, big smile. I spoke to him before the game, very nervous. Looking forward to it. Walking around drinking a lot of water. Now, a happy man.
Came back especially from his holiday home in Mallorca for the first leg. Mallorca to Southend, not a bad swap. But he's back on familiar territory tonight. And he has seen his team storm to a 3-goal lead here. Southend have got bags of character. Steve Tilson has ensured that. but they will need more than character now. O'Connor hits it in early. Away by Clark.
Again, it's like five-a-side. Just 1 and 2 touch from at the moment. The fullbacks get forward. O'Connor on one side, Roberts on the other side. It's just so good to watch.
You haven't seen me play five-a-side. Stock, who set them on the way with that penalty kick. Roberts. Southend have been blown away here.
Well, they reacted well to going 2-0 down. How will they react to going 3 down?
You go back again, Gary, to that moment when Walker hit the bar at 0-0.
Well, having seen how Doncaster have played in this first half, even if they had gone 1-0 down, you still think they'd had the faith to get back in there.
Francis slipping here. Off he goes again, Coppinger. It's come out to Wellens. The crowd urge him to shoot. He's a little calmer than that, though. Oh, what a good ball that was. Roberts queuing up for the cross. And Clark insisting it was offside.
And again, reiterate about the fullbacks getting forward. There's... Well, that's close. That's right on the line. Linesman again was right in line with it, didn't give it. It's difficult for a linesman to see when the ball's played and when the run's made.
Header on. Harmless. Nothing harmless about Doncaster's attacking prowess in this first 45 minutes. Stop. Whoops, that was a bad tackle by Barnard. Sheer frustration there, I think.
Stop not making a meal of it either. To his knees. It is frustration. He committed one earlier as well, Barnard.
Yellow card right, I'm sure.
He's not been allowed to get into the game, has he, in any shape or form? Him and his strike partner Walker, despite having that one chance, just lays it off now, and it's so late, that is. Give Stock credit, could have made a meal of it, didn't.
Barnard's not retreated properly either. Heard. For Coppinger down the left now. He appears down the left, down the right, down the centre. One back by Wellens. Coppinger's still there. Well, that's a Southend throw. And will they be relieved to hear that half-time whistle?
Got to be some team talk, hasn't it, by Steve Tilson, to convince his players they've still got a part to play in this playoff.
Where does he start? Well, I guess you've come all this way, all those league games, 46 in the regular season. The first leg of this, 45 minutes of the second leg. Don't give it up all now. Don't give it all up now without a fight. 2 minutes of stoppage time. It would take a comeback of, shall we say, Istanbul proportions for Southend to turn this round.
You don't see many of those, do you?
You do not. Bailey. McCormack.
Harrison again there, 3-0 up and still. Midfielder harassing Southend, and that's been the key this first half. I think Southend's key players haven't been allowed to get in the game, whereas the Doncaster players have their key players.
And there was a perfect example of what you were saying when Gower, one of the star men for Southend in the first leg, was easily dispossessed.
I think Walker was the other one in the first leg as well. It was a live wire, and he's only had a chance to get on the ball apart from the one he hit the ball with.
But one goal will give them hope, will give them life again, Southend. They're going to get it before half-time. They'll have to get on with it. Francis.
Heavy touch there. Wellens to close down.
Here's Musa, the 18-year-old. Cormac takes over. Clark. Way by Heard. McCormack. Musa tries to spread the play to Gower. O'Connor in the right place. Now Mulgrew. And it goes towards Barnard, easy for Sullivan.
Palmer just before half-time.
Well, they still believe. Well, what a half for Doncaster Rovers. Their chairman leads the applause. A standing ovation for the players as they come off with a 3-0 lead. Stopped from the penalty spot. Was it Price or was it an own goal the second? Certainly no question about Coppinger's third. Almost the perfect 45 minutes for Doncaster Rovers. Now less than an hour away from their first ever appearance at Wembley and a meeting with Gary McAllister's Leeds United. Doncaster 3, Southend 0.
But Southend will know this could have been a very different tie if that early chance had gone in. We'll get Peter Biggery's thoughts on the first half in just a moment. But Doncaster are in dreamland. It's Doncaster's to throw away now, isn't it? Really, it's all about hope for those Southend fans, but they are delirious. Already they're planning their trip to Wembley, but they are still 45 minutes away. The second half is coming up.
Well, the lovely thing about football is if you get 100 people together, 99 of them will have different opinions. Just 2 of them up here in full argument mode before the second half gets underway. Well, there's one thing that none of us will argue about, but if Southend United are still in with a chance here at the end of 90 minutes, it will have been one of the playoff comebacks of all time.
Monumental if they come back from this.
Steve Tilson's side 3-0 down against the Doncaster team, who only regained their place in the Football League 5 years ago after spending 5 seasons in the conference. Now they're bidding to win promotion. If they manage it, it will be for the 3rd time in 6 seasons. Wonderful story.
I would love to have heard Steve Tilson's team talk at half-time. What do you say when you've been battered like they were?
Here's Roberts as Doncaster look to kill it off completely, if it isn't already killed off.
I'm sure that's what Sean O'Driscoll said to his players. Go and kill this game off. Yes, we've done brilliantly. Get another, and then we are at Wembley.
Heavy challenge there by Barrett that's gone unpunished by Mr. Halsey. Bailey for Southend. McCormack did well to lose his marker. Mulgrew. The Southend fans behind that goal, they're attacking in this second half. Can they get a crucial next goal in the game to give them hope? Clark's gone forward again. The central defender who had one storming shot in the first half. This is where they're vulnerable though as they throw men forward. Hayter. Price is up with him. And he's picked him out. Oh, just lost it on his second touch.
How did he pick him out there? Pinpoint accuracy.
Here's Musa, who's drifted in from the right now. Maybe he's just tweaked things in terms of the system, Steve Tilson. Gower, they've got to get him on the ball more. Mind you.
What is it? Commentators curse there? But at least he got on the ball. At least he made something happen. Opened up for him. Positive start though. They've come out. They look like they're up for it, which they should be. And realise if they do get that first goal in this second half, if there is to be one, then Doncaster's nerves might be tested.
Price wins another header. Very much the thorn in Southend's side in the first 45 minutes. But it will soothe Doncaster if it all gets a bit untidy in the middle of the field there, because with their lead, they just need to keep Southend at bay, and they're on their way to Wembley on May the 25th. Bailey. Hurd wins it back. Bailey's there again for Southend. No foul. Good quick feet from Green. Now Coppinger, scorer of that splendid third goal. Here's O'Connor. Held up by Hayter. He's been pulled back there.
Probably a bit of skill there. Turn Barrett inside out.
Leading scorer for Doncaster, James Hayter, but he hasn't got a goal for 4 months now. Here's Coppinger, who's got one tonight. Wellens. Green just let it slip, but he still found Coppinger, and that's a good ball back to Wellens. Just delayed. Gower, former Tottenham man. Sometimes you have to remind yourself, Gary, this is currently the third tier of English football, and the quality of play, particularly from Doncaster Rovers, outstanding.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree with you more. You feel that Wembley would suit their style of play. Big playing area, the way they move the ball across the line should be feared.
And a decision to make Barrett, and made the wrong one, given away to Green. Now Coppinger. He returns the gift. McCormack. Barnard has been a bit of an isolated figure. I'm not sure that angle of his is up to it. He's doing his best to get involved, but it's not been his night so far. O'Connor. Mills. On to Hurd. Stock available as ever in the middle. Bailey denies him though. Free kick given. On the ground for Green. Dived in on Barnard, but no foul. Mills. It's not often they decide to go long like that.
They do step off the gas a little bit, Doncaster, which they are a little bit at the start of this second half. Understandably 3-0 up. It's played it along the back four a little bit. Gives encouragement to Southend.
It's 50 years since this club operated at the second level of English football. They've still got a lot to do before they get there, of course. But as Coppinger takes them forward, they mean business again here. Oh, no, he's done it again. Twice in one night.
What do you say to that? That is absolutely stunning. Use any of the words you hear. Breathtaking, brilliant, magnificent. It was all of those. Look when he picks it up, where he picks it up. Steps inside one and another. Goes right across the line. And look at this for a clean strike. Right in the bottom corner. Absolutely stunning. Quick feet again. Well, it goes past 3-4 defenders. The goalkeeper can get nowhere near it. Look at him. He thinks exactly the same as we do. What is he doing out there? Absolutely fantastic. Better than his first by some distance, and his first one back.
James Coppinger, who made one appearance in the Premier League for Newcastle United before dropping out of the Football League altogether to go to Exeter before Doncaster brought him back in again, has scored 2 quite brilliant goals.
Absolutely. If Peter Beagrin describes it as a tap-in, I'm not having it.
Price. And here's Green. Coppinger on a hat-trick now, of course. Southend, well, they're on a mission that is surely mission impossible.
This is possibly the best football we've seen in the playoffs. People say, well, it's only League One, but you've still got to play the stuff we're seeing this evening. To beat a team like Southend as they're beating them at the moment, so impressive. All were good in midweek against Watford, but this is absolutely tremendous. And I wonder what Gary McAllister's thinking watching this.
He's thinking we've got a job on, I would think.
Give the Southend fans credit. Flags are still waving, they're still singing their hearts out.
That is a magnificent show of support by those 2,000 Southend fans. It would be easy to feel devastated and to even think about making your way home. But look at that.
You'd think they were winning 3-0, wouldn't you? Look, Conger in down at the front there. They're all coming down the steps for it. That's what it's all about, isn't it? They realise they're getting beat by a superior team on the night.
Well, the Essex boys are going to have a night out in Yorkshire instead, and not a white stiletto in sight. O'Connor making ground down the right. Just wouldn't want to swap places with these Southend players at the moment. How do you motivate yourself now? How do you even entertain the thought that you can still get back into this game? We're only 10 minutes into the second half.
We were just saying that maybe Doncaster were sitting on the lead a little bit, 3-0, just playing across the back four. The next minute, Coppinger bursts into life and produces one of the best moments of the playoffs so far.
Doing well and getting his cross in as well. And it's no exaggeration, Gary. That was a Premier League goal. Both of his goals have been Premier League standard.
Well, if it had been in the Premier League, Ronaldo scored it or anybody else, would have been absolutely over the moon with it, drooling over it. Rightly so, because it was just highest class.
Here he is again. Beautifully balanced, composed player. And there's the commentator's curse again.
He's played that role really well, hasn't he? Just behind the front two. Moves across the line. It looks like he's got the free licence to do exactly what he wants to. And he has done exactly what he wanted to do. He used to say, you can't score a better one to complete a hat-trick.
Well, if he betters those two,
we're off home.
He deserves more than the match ball.
Yeah.
Southend fans are making an impact at the moment. Their team has been blown away here.
The Doncaster fans are a little bit stunned by all this. They've gone quite quiet and reserved, not many flags waving.
Now, if you came into the ground now and didn't look at the scoreboard, you'd honestly think it was Southend in the lead. Here's Price. Again, by the way, he is claiming that goal, we understand. Southend claiming a free kick here and getting one. He says it touched his toe on the way in. Well, there you go.
He would do, wouldn't he? Strikers do those sort of things.
Well, can Southend give their marvellous fans something to really cheer? Brew lining up the free kick. Gower is alongside him. Well, it hasn't dampened the enthusiasm never seen a show of support like that for a team losing 4-0.
Well, there's that second goal. Goes across everybody. Not a chance for the goalkeeper. Look at this. Quick feet, quick thinking. To run at defenders like that with pace and then slot it like that. Absolutely brilliant.
I think it was the right foot he scored the first one with, wasn't it?
Across the keeper, yeah.
Left foot there. Got to get a header now for the perfect hat-trick. Well, rarely can a playoff semi-final have been settled as early as this. He's had enough here of Lee Barnard. He had a little spat with Mills.
There was a little coming together. Barnard went down and felt he was impeded. There we go. And he did go down, and that's out of order. Well out of order. Had the referee seen that, he was in trouble. Barnard's every right to feel aggrieved with that. No need for it. 4-0 up. What is he thinking about? Saw Paul Heffernan get sent off towards the end of the first leg. No need for it.
And because of that red card for Heffernan, of course, he is unavailable for the final. The Doncaster are 99.9% certain of playing it.
There's another coming together in the centre circle there. The referee is trying to settle them down.
Sure what all that was about. An hour gone at the Keepmoat Stadium, and Doncaster Rovers, who have never appeared at Wembley in their entire history, are well on their way. Barnard has lost the plot a little bit here. I think it would be sensible to substitute him at the moment. He seems to be fueled on anger.
He's after revenge here, isn't he, a little bit? He's still full of running.
You can understand his frustration entirely, but he's got to keep it in check.
Well, strikers thrive on supply, and they just haven't had any supply, Walker and Barnard.
So then they're going to make 2 changes, I see now. The ball is knocked back to Clark. Now Musa. With the ball in a dangerous area, but had the skill to get away with it. Mulgrew gives it away, gets it back again. Now it's Price, Doncaster Rovers. Coppinger, Price was fouled then. It's getting a little bit out of control.
It is. It's understandable for Southend. Getting absolutely battered out there.
And Lee Barnard is indeed being substituted, whether it was because he's just beginning to lose his rag or because he's injured. I don't know, you decide. He's off anyway. To be replaced by Alex Gravel.
Just trying to calm him down. Bound to be upset. Anybody who's not upset, you're at the end of a 4-0 scoreline.
The striker has come off as well, to be replaced by Charlie McDonald. Walker been replaced. So they've changed the front too. Will it change their fortunes in any way? Here he goes again. Coppinger down the line, this time to Green. Good football, really is. O'Connor skips around the challenge and keeps going. Offside, Price, I think, rather than O'Connor.
No wonder the crowd were applauding this. We're watching Barcelona here. O'Connor, look at that, full back. Lovely little digging. Very tight. Look, it's just an absolute delight to watch. It's just so full of confidence.
Now, is that the first time in history that Doncaster have been compared to Barcelona, I wonder? I know what you're saying.
I've got a big smile on my face here. Some of the things, if one of the top teams were doing that, be absolutely singing the praises, so why not sing the praises of this team?
Well, Barnsley fans used to say it was just like watching Brazil, didn't they? So there you go. You can't get more exaggerated than that.
Well, it just shows the dominance. That's the last 5 minutes, just keeping possession. It's easy at 4-0, of course it is. You just feel you're unbeatable, you can do anything on the football pitch, and at the moment, that's what Doncaster are doing.
And yet the most astonishing thing on this rather surreal night is that all the noise is coming from the Southend fans still.
Unbelievable. You thought that the exit doors would have been open and they've been walking through them. Far from it.
Eitan. Coppinger. When he's on the ball, that means danger. Stop. Oh, that was close. Very close.
And that was meant. I thought he was going to strike it harder than that. He just tried to curl it into that bottom corner. His penalty was calmness personified. Look, he just tries to place it. Harvin is at full stretch here, and he just misses. Full of confidence. I mean, his penalty under pressure, I thought was superb. That wasn't a bad effort either.
Into the crowd by Clark, who had a few Premier League appearances for Everton.
Well, they'll just want the whistle to finish this game now so they can get home and regroup for next season. That's all you can do. Just put your hands up and say, hey, we've been beaten by a far better side on the night.
They did finish 6th, Southend, compared to Doncaster, who finished 3rd, but there was only 4 points between them. Doncaster come roaring forward again. This time there's no way through.
It just shows the belief that the manager's instilled into this team, because losing on the last day of the season to Cheltenham and letting Nottingham Forest go on, then to have the belief to come and play like this and get through to the final. Tremendous. And he's got a really good assistant in Richard O'Kelly, ex-teammate of mine. He's the other side of it. Charlie Driscoll, he's a quiet man. His team certainly don't play quiet football.
Collar given away to Bailey, wins it back well. Roberts. To say this club has been transformed is an understatement. Bellevue, their old ground, was, well, to be quite honest with you, a bit of a heap. It was falling apart. The team fell out of the Football League into the Conference. It looked as though their future was shrouded in doubt. Along came Mr. Ryan, a new chairman, invested some money into the club. The team has gone on in leaps and bounds. The stadium is as good as any in the lower divisions, and really the future is red and white as far as they're concerned.
They can take heart as well from Bristol City, can't they? Gone up to the Championship and on the brink of Premiership now. Proves that teams can come and play football.
Did you ever play at the old Bellevue?
I don't think I did, no.
You'd have remembered it.
I did have commentated on the game there before, but played there.
I think the toilets here are bigger than the dressing rooms at Doncaster's old ground. O'Connor. Well, it's party time, and we've still got a quarter of the match to go. Thoughts now will be turning to the prospect of that Yorkshire derby, but not for the moment they won't, as the shot was fired well wide by McCormack.
Well, again, you have to give them a little bit of credit. They're still trying to get something out of it.
Well, time time to rest the left-back Gareth Roberts, who has played at Wembley, the old Wembley, in a League Cup final 8 years ago for Doncaster Rovers. He gets a break. On in his place, Lewis Guy, young front player who played actually in the first leg of Roots Hall a week ago as a late replacement for Richie Wellens when he was injured in training.
I think these two fullbacks, O'Connor and Roberts, are so key to the way Doncaster play. They just bomb forward whenever they can. They've got ability on the ball, such good outlets.
Looks as though Green has gone in at right back and Guy has gone right midfield. O'Connor switching to the left. Gower, meanwhile, for Southend. Skipper's up front now, trying his luck, and it was a very good effort as well.
Well, the two centre-halves have had two cracking attempts, and this is a pretty good save. Look how far he is out, and that looks to be going in the top corner, and those fingertips just reach up here to just deny them a little bit of glory.
Well, he's a threat from set pieces, Adam Barrett, not normally from 25 yards out. This is a more familiar situation for him. It's a poor free kick, still almost found its way through, or corner kick I should say. Laid back in by Bailey. Francis climbs highest. Price. Ever dangerous Coppinger. Guy gets his first touch. Price winning the throw off Ravel. Green. Open it up and finding O'Connor. Wellens. Just a bit careless with that ball, just a loss of concentration there. Southend fans greet the award of a corner, though it were a goal. Comes Barrett again. Made contact with the flick on, then Clark made contact with Price.
He certainly did. Big contact. Just that word frustration again, isn't it? And Price goes to clear it. Look at the old right around the neck. Get down. He's getting his home back for the first leg where Price went through both centre-halves in a big way.
Calm character though, JJ, isn't he?
Isn't he just? You can afford to be at 4-0 up, can't you?
Yeah, you can. Away by Barrett. Cormac. Well played, Gower. And he keeps going. Oh, that brushed the side netting.
We've got another Coppinger goal on the hands there for a minute. First time he's been able to get involved. Again, quick feet, jinks in and out, cuts inside now, gets his shot away, and Sullivan realised it was going in the side net.
Richie Wellens is going to get a rest now. He has that groin injury, remember. He does need an operation. Looks like he's going to have to put it off for another week or so at least.
Delighted with that, wasn't he?
In his place, Mark Buchanan, the Barbados international, very experienced striker, who played in the FA Cup final for Millwall against Manchester United 4 years ago. He's also appeared in a playoff final in his Brentford days.
Well, when you're 4-0 down, you don't want to see Mark McCammon come on, do you? Big, strong, powerful, desperate for a goal as well. photos before the end of the game. Rice just gets up, smiles, and gets on with it.
O'Connor. Cameron gets his first touch. Still Doncaster play their controlled, composed football. O'Connor gets a lucky break. Stop going in hard. It's broken to Guy. McCannon's in a great position. So too is Price, far post. Coppinger, Stock. Lewis Guy again. Coppinger, and he turned provider this time.
Pass too many this time. Just trying to showboat a little bit. Who can blame them? They've dominated this game so much.
Crowd of over 13,000 here tonight. Not quite capacity. The biggest crowd they've ever had here was last month when over 15,000 watched the match against, would you believe it, Leeds United. I think quite a few more than 15,000 will be heading south on the 25th of May. "15 minutes to go. It is all over by the shouting, and the fat lady can save her voice. And Doncaster can afford to rest another player. Gareth Taylor, another very experienced striker, coming on for Jason Price, who really, for my money, turned this game Doncaster's way in the first half. Challenge on him led to a penalty. His challenge led to an own goal, or was it his goal? He's claiming it, and they just couldn't handle it.
They certainly couldn't. He had a good second 45 minutes at Southend, and a really good 45 minutes in the first half here.
Really sneaking in behind here, and it wasn't a bad ball either. By Barrett. Coppinger wins it back. Stop. Lovely ball. O'Connor. Will make this tackle good, and he did. Mark's already given away one penalty.
Rejection on his face there, shake of the head. He didn't think it was out.
Position for these Doncaster players.
They won't want to concede though, they want to keep a clean sheet.
Connor along the ground and gets the second chance. Done well to keep that in play. It's their throw.
We mentioned Coppinger quite a bit in the game, and rightly so, but Stock for me as well. He's been top class.
Cameron let that one run across, and the shot wasn't the best. Taylor. Well, I hope this has whetted your appetite, because there's more playoff action for you tomorrow from League 2 on Sky Sports 1, beginning at noon. Rochdale looking to pull back a 2-1 deficit against Darlington. Decent meat in the sandwich, isn't it? The FA Cup final. Sky Sports 1 and high definition from 2. Cardiff against Portsmouth. And then the final playoff match, Stockport against Wickham. Tightly poised at 1-1 from 5:30. As Guy looks to pick out McCann here.
And nearly does. With a cramp setting in now.
Stock. Oh, it was close, but just outside.
He does that so well, doesn't he? Feigns to hit it, feigns to pass it, then just skips past. There, I think he's going to put it in. Clips him outside the box. Yeah, there's the clip. Again, referee right on the spot. Yellow card as well for Bailey. Who's your money on to take this? Well, I think Coppinger might have.
I think he might fancy it. Teed up for him! Oh, what about that? What about that? Well, unless you go to Wembley, you had better avoid the M1 on May the 25th, because most of Yorkshire will be heading south. It's Doncaster against Leeds in the playoff final, and James Coppinger is the star of the show.
Well, we better go and start the car. What a free kick this is. Absolutely brilliant again. 3 goals of the highest quality. Look at that. Keeper's got no chance. Just nowhere near. Knows exactly where he's going to put it. And it's perfection. Pure perfection. Right in the far corner. No goalkeeper saves that. What a performance.
For Coppinger, 5 for Doncaster, a night to forget for Southend United. Their season is over. Doncaster's has 1 more game to go, and what a game it is.
Well, we've seen some hat-tricks in our time, but that hat-trick has got to be one of the best I've seen.
Absolutely top-notch 3 goals that he has scored. Each one of them very different. Each one of them absolutely brilliant. Well, now we can talk about the prospect of Doncaster against Leeds, and that is some prospect, Gary.
Absolutely. I think that's what a lot of people wanted to see, the Yorkshire derby. Well, he scored double what he scored in the season. He had 3 before. He's now got 6. Look at that for ability. He must be over the moon. Look, how's he done that again, he's saying? He couldn't have bettered the second one, but he probably has with that free kick. You've just got to stand and do what he does. Admire, applaud, and say, thank goodness we've got him in our side.
Better put him in cotton wool as well for a week. Imagine what he would be capable of on the wide open spaces of Wembley Stadium.
Again, they're still trying. They must be absolutely devastated. And you can see, what could his team have done apart from score that goal before Doncaster got there first?
And you've got to feel for Steve Tilson, who has done an absolutely fantastic job in his time at Southend United. They don't deserve a hammering like this. Morally, they don't. On the night, they have been well second best. But I'm sure Sean O'Driscoll will be the first to offer sympathy to his fellow manager. It's not just been a defeat. It's been a humiliation, really. As Green turns it in, Doncaster want another.
The quality of the goals has just been unstoppable. I was talking to a Southend fan the first leg down there, and they said, well, Doncaster are the best team who've been to our ground this season by a distance, and you can see why.
Even the Southend fans have almost given up now. Even at 3-0. They were still singing at 4-0. The noise got louder. When it went on to 5, I think it even hit them in the solar plexus. And they sat down and resigned to their defeat, and their fate. Here's O'Connor. Cannon keeps on running and goes down. before. A couple of interesting collisions in the box.
Again, the build-up was pleasure again to watch. Keep using that word pleasure, but it is to see football played like this. Any neutral would love it. It's the way to play the game, isn't it?
If Gary McAllister's still here, I think he disappeared into the car park quite a while ago. Without thinking to himself, I've got a job on here.
Well, he picked the wrong option, didn't he? The men in the box. It's a mistake. One of the rare ones from O'Connor. Plays it straight into the path. Goes for goal. Two blue shirts in good positions. So as to ignore them.
Interesting to speculate, Gary, what kind of attendance the League One final was likely to produce with Leeds and Doncaster there.
I think they more or less sell it out. We talked about this before the game, how many fans Leeds would take. People say they could probably sell it out themselves. Doncaster will be an empty place.
Well, Doncaster's average this season has been around about 7,000-8,000, and obviously for a big occasion like a Wembley final, it could absolutely double, treble, quadruple, call it what you like.
I've seen teams who generally get 5, 6, 7,000 suddenly turn up at finals with 25,000. So anything's possible.
Incidentally, one more goal in the last 5 minutes for Doncaster here, and they would set a playoff record. There has never been 6 goals scored in one of these semi-finals before.
What they rely on now is just to see the game out and not get any injuries. That's the last thing they want.
Taylor. Here's Gower for Southend. Just got to keep going through the motions now. Musa. Gower. Turned on by McCormack. Now it's McCammon winning it back. McCormack slides in. This is where he made contact with the ball first. Well, I wonder who will win the Man of the Match award, Gary. And there it is.
I'll think for a minute. Such a difficult choice.
Could it be this chap? Gower. O'Connor going to force McCormack wide. Still battling away Southend to their eternal credit. They're still looking to score, and they have. Bailey, their leading scorer, gets a goal that can hardly be called consolation.
Well, the fans deserve a goal, don't they? They've been absolutely superb throughout this. And they've got a goal to take back with them. A decent ball in, good quality. Get a little bit of luck, maybe deserved it. Swivels well. Sullivan, no chance. Be disappointed maybe not to keep a clean sheet. Good technique behind him slightly. Swivels well, keeps it down. That sends the Southend fans a little bit happier. Bit of a smile there. It's a little bit better.
His 12th of the season. Guy trying to restore the 5-goal advantage. He's got a corner.
Fresh legs on there, and he skips away. Settles for the corner.
Scott can afford to take his time. Odd corner, wasn't it? Everyone being ordered to shoot now in the red and white hoops. Scott. Oh, that was a naughty one. Gower.
I think the referee understands their frustration. But normally the yellow card had to come out there.
We're into the last minute at Doncaster Rovers, who are on their way to Wembley.
Beat himself there. Played a captain's part. It's when you've got a midfield player who's willing just to sit in there and allow Coppinger to get forward. Green, when he was in midfield, to get forward.
Revel takes the throw quickly. McDonald doing well, but it's Doncaster back in possession. McDonald again, closing down goalkeeper Sullivan, who has certainly got a big date in his diary, hasn't he, for Sunday week against his old club, Leeds United.
With that experience behind the back door, valuable.
There's Clark. There's only going to be 1 minute of stoppage time. I think Mr. Halsey has been very sensible there.
First time this season you'll have seen a minute extra time, injury time in the second half. Quite right.
We've had all those substitutes as well.
Yeah.
Gower. A naughty challenge as well from Mulgrew on Guy.
You can only let so many go, can't he?
He looks the calmest man here.
Well, his team playing a version of football that every purist wants to see.
Cameron couldn't make contact this time. It doesn't matter. For this moment, Doncaster Rovers are going to Wembley for the first time in their history. On May the 25th, they will meet Leeds United from just down the road in Yorkshire. And the prize at stake is a place in the Championship next season. Remarkable scenes of celebration at the stadium here, which has only been open for about a year and a half. The chairman leads those celebrations, and in the middle of that huge crowd of overjoyed fans somewhere is the hat-trick hero, James Coppinger, who scored 3 remarkable goals. Well played, Steve Tilson. Going round to applaud the Southend fans, who were quite magnificent as well tonight. His team have fallen at the final hurdle.
Well, these fans, these Doncaster fans, are so lucky to be able to watch this brand of football week after week. I could watch it week after week with them. It's so admirable that they're brave enough to play it. Everybody's comfortable with it. And deservedly, they are at Wembley.
A tearful Peter Clark hands his shirt over as a souvenir to one of those fans.
Well, some Doncaster fans applauding the Southend fans there, and rightly so. Football camaraderie there. They appreciate how their fans stuck up for their team when they were getting absolutely hammered.
that's good to see. It so often can end in retribution and nastiness these occasions. But there is a link between the two sets of fans.